Welcome to this installment of Creative Cabin Fever. On today's show, we have The Scoops, local Waterford dudes. Very exciting stuff. They're about to release a single on the 16th of May called Those Days. And I'm really interested to talk to them about what creative captivity has been like, and all forms of chats are about to happen. So, dudes, the first question that I ask anyone is, how's lockdown been treating you?
For me, lockdowns have been a bit boring, but with all this stuff regarding the band and stuff, it's been really fun. So, just advertising and promoting, it's been really keep me going, really. And college work as well. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd say it's been pretty tough, all this college work. I have no motivation to do anything for college due to the fact that we're not actually in college, but deadlines are gone, so I grinded it out in like 3 days like a boss, and that's about it. It's been mainly college and work, unfortunately, but hopefully things loosen up soon enough.
Side either. And no jamming, no sort of crack going. It's just college work. Stuck inside with the family. Other than that, not great crack. Like,
myself, just so much emotions, all that like and stress over college, but now that's okay. Work, and then just want to get back to jamming, like just get out of the house. Just don't want to be in the house anymore. Was lazy, but nah. I want to do something.
Yeah, no, everyone seems to be hit with it differently. Like, I'm really enjoying being at home. I have all the excuses I need to not be anywhere else. Kind of nice.
True.
I'd much rather be everywhere else, though.
Yeah. It's okay. Like Lings, they have the best Chinese in the country here in To Go. So
Wrong.
no, it's very much true. Best Chinese in the country. Shout out Lings.
Nah, 1 gig.
No. This is fun.
So have you guys been creating more music now that lockdown's down? Like, are you finding your creativity is a lot better, or is it just pure college work all of the time, which is cool too?
It's pretty much with pure college work at the minute. I don't really have the facilities there in my house to make music, so any ideas I have, I just forget them straight away. And do that.
Are you doing anything new that you probably didn't do before, maybe? Are you like painting the garden or planting trees?
Not really, but with regards creativity, like on my end, it's kind of like we set up a BandLab account, so it's quite difficult to work. I thought it'd be a lot easier, but it's kind of just lay down a track, and then we're just kind of trying to bounce off each other with that. But like, it's just not the same compared to, it's just standing in the room to each other and just beating the guitar and making a heap of noise. It's just not the same. But yeah, the song ideas and all them kind of creative ideas, kind of trying to find out a new sound that we can work with and all that kind of crack. It's on my end anyway, and I know for the few of the other lads maybe as well, but kind of all I've been doing, because again, no motivation to do college work because there's no college, and then I'm stuck inside. So yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are using BandLab, or Slack is another one I heard of, which is great that you have a platform that allows you to still create as a band while not being able to be together. I think that's fantastic. A lot of people were using it in music college all along, so they had a lot more time to get used to how it works. So yeah, using it for the first time can be a bit daunting, but it is actually an incredible resource at hand, and it's helping so many people create. There's also a function that allows you to have complete creativity, so you can just open it up to everyone, and then you can have some mad collaborations you didn't even know were possible, which I think is fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It is a huge bonus to have during lockdown. Like, if this had happened, say 5 years ago, I think we'd all been in a lot much more trouble. Like even regards to Zoom calls now, talk to each other. But the BandLab is latency and all that kind of stuff that doesn't care about create in your bedroom. Everyone else.
I can't hear anything he's saying.
Yeah, no, his internet seems to be cutting out, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Oh, I thought it was just me for.
I'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Is it any better?
It's all groovy. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Whatever way it's supposed to be is exactly the way it's running. So don't worry about it. Right. If this lockdown had happened 5 years ago, we'd all be in a very, very different situation. I think that's super important because we do have the technology there. Things like Zoom calls are helping us all stay relevant. You know, I think that's brilliant. The first question I usually like to ask any artist, no matter the platform I'm talking to them on, is what was the first song they remember falling in love with? Because I believe that's your gateway drug into rock and roll. So who wants to start with that one?
I don't really know. I can't even remember. It must be 12 years ago I fell in love with a song, but I don't know. I'm an avid metalhead, so it probably would have been a Metallica song or something like that. I don't know which one they're stable out.
There are so many good Metallica tracks, so don't worry about it too much. Metallica is a great choice.
I'd probably have to say Danny California by Chili Peppers. Playing it on Rock Band when I was like 10 years old, so that's probably the first real song I fell in love with.
Mine would be definitely Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple. It's the first guitar riff that I learned on the guitar, and it's kind of what made me want to play guitar, and it's kind of why I am where I am.
It's one of the first things I learned on bass as well, so I can relate.
It's just a simple riff that is just great rock.
Good tune. I'd say like song that I fell in love with, like that got me into music. I'd say be "I Feel Good" by James Brown. Just when I was a kid, sang it in the back of the car. My mum recorded it, brings it up every so often, trying to embarrass me. But kind of got me into music, like, and is what I remember anyway, earliest. But I'd say "The Rocker" by Thin Lizzy got me into proper rock, like wanting to be a rock star kind of vibe. But I'd say like also Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath and Into the Void. Those two songs got me to interested in music. And like you know, when you listen to music and you feel it, then like, that's when I started feeling it more. Just start feeling the music and just controls you.
Well, there's one thing us moms love to do, and that's embarrass our boys. So I expect you'll be getting many more memories like that from your mom, unfortunately. I can't wait to keep doing it to my son for the rest of his days. So obviously, what makes you guys special? What makes you guys different to any other band out there? What's so magic about the Scoops?
I think it's just the bond we have. We're all really good friends, and we see each other. Well, apart from now, we see each other pretty much every day because we're in college together, and we're any given week we jam 2 or 3 times a week, and because we're all, well, I think we are all good musicians, and we all have good ideas, and we have such a bond. I think it just blends and creates a spark, really.
Yeah, I probably agree with Sam there on that, but also I would have to say all the different music genres that we're all interested in being mashed into one band is kind of interesting. So some songs we have like little reggae sections and all this, so it's a bit weird. We're just trying to make some weird, funky music, like, you know.
I think Sam's point was quite strong there with regards to bond, like that we are in college, but we also basically live with each other. Well, not when it's in lockdown, but like everyone's in the same apartment all day, getting up to mischief and all that kind of crack. So you're kind of you know everyone inside out.
Yeah.
So when you relate that to music, then you know exactly how they play their instrument and how you bounce off them with regards playing. Scott plays a few chords or something. You know what kind of vibe he's going for. We can all bounce off that.
Yeah.
All that kind of crack. So that's what our big magical thing is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with everyone. Just literally what you said, just bouncing energy, vibes and stuff, and like the love and passion that we have for music, especially going to WIT, like all together, doing the exact same thing, wanting the exact same thing. So it just comes all together and just the music comes out.
Yeah, no, and that's a really important part of being in a band is all kind of having the same vision, all kind of having the same idea of where you want to be. And it's hard to do. Like, it's hard to get four people on board for the exact same thing. It's really difficult to get four people to imagine the same future, have the same message. But it's great. You're right. Being able to hang out the whole time does help that. And obviously, you're getting so much from being so close. So it translates to your music. You're a very colorful bunch, you know, in all the ways. I love the new artwork. It's really, really indicative of the type of band you are. You know, you are eclectic. You are a bit mad and nuts and after your own colourful ideas. And that's what I like to see. I like people who are being themselves. Everyone else is taken. We should all remember to just be ourselves. So well done on that. And well done on all the hard work you've put in so far. Brilliant. I'm curious to know who your lockdown jam is. Like, I've been losing myself to quite a few bands, but Blackbird and Crow are my number one lockdown jam at the moment. What are yours? Who should I be listening to?
Like I mentioned before, I am a massive metalhead, so I've been listening to mostly metal during lockdown. But a band called Trivium, they had an album out a few weeks ago called What the Dead Men Say, and that's literally what I've been listening to since it came out. And I just can't get enough of it. It's just really good.
It is amazing, Sam. I love it myself. Trivium is fucking lit. Like,
Yeah,
great.
they are.
I'd have to say I haven't been listening to too much now, unfortunately. But when I do, I just binge listen to Eminem, really, just all day. Unfortunately, it hasn't changed since I was like 12. So Eminem or the Chili Peppers all day. It's one of them moods, you know. You're either feeling the Chili Peppers or Eminem. So that's it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. So if it works for you, you just keep going with that.
Absolutely.
I recently kind of the Amy Winehouse, big time, like, and particularly her first album. I'd always heard her big songs like Back to Black and all, particularly that album. Then I've got huge into her first album, where it's much like heavier kind of jazz kind of sound from her, and then also Sticky Fingers, kind of Australian reggae rock band. Huge band at the moment for me anyway. They have serious tunes. You should check them out.
Yeah.
I know Sticky Fingers quite well. They are incredible. So again, a great choice, dudes.
I'd say I have a few. Thin Lizzy and Black Sabbath all the way because favorite bands. Anderson .Paak is the new one for me, and Unreal, Thundercast, Unreal Bassist, Pacifier. They're kind of reggae rock. Showed Reen them and their lead like, and listen to a lot of jazz, like just random jazz on YouTube because of college. Like, so I found his name, Kamasi Washington. Just unreal, and of course, like Tenacious D all the way. But always,
Of course.
go straight to Tenacious D sometimes just to get it out. Unreal.
Yeah, Tenacious D is amazing, and they did write the most romantic song in the world. So, you know.
Of course.
So lockdown may or may not be shortening soon enough. What do you guys have planned when you get out of lockdown? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Jam. All
It's
Oh, jam, yeah. Big dirty jam.
10-hour jam.
Yeah.
With a lot of cans and other stuff.
It's literally just drinking jam. That's it.
Jam, yeah. Absolutely.
Other crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But mainly jam.
Yeah.
Of course.
Cans and jam sounds delightful. So just to remind everyone that's listening into this to watch out for your upcoming EP or single even on the 16th of May, those days. That's really exciting. So you've been getting a good bit of airplay at the moment, which is brilliant. Yeah. I'm really excited to discover more and more Waterford bands and what they're doing, because obviously that's kind of where I'm at, what I want to show the world. I'm really grateful for the interview today. Is there anything you guys want to add to the interview before I stop filming?
That's a tough. Well, I just want to say to go, if you haven't already, listen to Death Can Wait's EP. Always plug Self Portrait. It's amazing. So
Yeah,
you
no,
haven't
those boys are incredible, and that EP is amazing, and it was great to be able to interview them a few weeks ago. So delighted.
they're a good bunch of chaps anyway. Good hardy Wexford men, like.
I say don't forget to check out our single,
Yeah,
16,
obviously.
most importantly. But I'd say definitely, I think other people should be listening to more Irish and Waterford bands themselves. Like, there's so much different talent. I heard this fella called Sean Ward on the radio, and we were checking out, like, to listen out for our single. And he came up and I was in the song Romeo. It's very good. And
that song Romeo is incredible. Those
yeah,
boys in X12, they know what they're doing. Like, it's already had 3,700 views last count.
Yeah.
Or plays.
That's amazing.
That's just
Shocking.
There's other lads I'd say check out is Keane Cusack and Alex Scott. They have really, really nice sounds and stuff. Like, it's unreal.
So the 16th of May is our single, though. Just so.
Definitely thanks to Gaho for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gaho.
For the artwork. And
Brendan
Brendan
from the Orchard Recording Studio in Enniscorthy, up Wexford. Yeah, Brendan put that all together anyway, and it was a good
We
session.
had to walk to Brendan. We thought he lived in Enniscorthy town.
Yeah.
We quickly realised he doesn't.
It was very worth it though.
Yeah.
It was a long walk. It was like
we were walking out with Country Road, like all our equipment on us, and then I was pushing Sam in the chair then as well, like.
Up and down about 50.
Oh god.
the mountains of Enniscorthy. Like,
yeah,
it was a tough walk now, to be fair, but
very great
in the end.
Great experience. What are you gonna say?
Look, if you went about this the easy way, like the road more travelled, you wouldn't have had the crack you had on the way there, which is probably what led to having such a deadly single. Do you know what I mean? You have to just take the path for what it is. The destination takes care of itself, really.
That is absolutely true.
Well, look, I'm going to stop recording now. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. I'll get back to talking to you after this. But again, 16th of May, watch out for these boys. They're part of the Waterford Massive and we're super duper proud. And everything else you've mentioned has been brilliant. So if you've enjoyed this Creative Cabin Fever, and all the others are still available on YouTube for you to watch, so do subscribe to the channel, because I have to plug myself a little bit as well. I'm not very good at that. But yeah, thank you very much. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
goodbye.
Goodbye. Ta-ta.